SPY calls here soon. Let's enter some SPY calls for 108 a piece. Currently at 15% gains right now. Strong push. Our first trade of the day put us up real nicely.
They say be patient with your winners and impatient with your losers.
Get into this recap, guys. I got SPY open. We're gonna talk about the first trade alert that I did because I only took 2 trades. I got my orders open for you guys. Why is this a call level? This is a call level because you guys can see the most recent reactions here.
Only one of my call outs was a loss. Everything else freaking printed.
This is how you learn, and this is how you get better every single day, every single week, every single time you sit in this chair to try to get better in the market. I'm realizing now,
Trying to shoot for bigger gains, smaller losses, so that every single time when we take a loss, it's very small.
eyeing some AMD shorts here soon.
Good morning, my fellow traders. It's Friday. Let's end this week strong. And I'm gonna show you guys what I did on the futures market because last night I went to sleep with the trade and I freaking took an L. So I'll show you guys that as well. And also I'm even in a live trade, or I'm in a trade right now as we speak. So let's break that down for you guys right now.
Last night I took a trade on MNQ for some shorts below, and the reason why I entered was because this candle right here broke below all these recent candles, so I decided to risk it for some shorts, but it ended up actually stopping me out. I actually added my stop way higher, and I put a price target here, and I got stopped out. And that's how I am down currently on this account, $62 as we speak, and I am in some longs here. I might take some SPY calls here soon. I do like the way that we're breaking all-time highs. Volume's kicking in here pretty strong. I'll show you guys right here. Look at that volume. It's pretty strong. But the only issue is we have news in 5 minutes. Consumer sentiment. You're gonna see what that does to the market before I even enter. But I am in some MES longs on the futures market. Hell yeah, this shit is moving nicely. MES is going crazy, and a lot of other stocks are pushing up here pretty strong. Eyeing some SPY puts here, SPY calls here, but look at market, guys. Market's pulling back here pretty hard. So my next trade idea is on AMD. Nice little head and shoulders here. And I'm just waiting for a 15-minute candle close below 148.30, and I'm in those. The reason why I'm entering this one is because look at the reaction here. If we get a break below this Fibonacci retracement level, which also is pre-market low, it would break below these candles, head and shoulders pattern for downside action. And we got 5 more minutes for this candle to close, and I'll probably do an aggressive entry and not wait for a retest. Let's enter some SPY calls for 108 a piece. I did alert the Discord too. Decent bullish engulfing here. A lot of stocks are pushing up here as well, so we need a nice push, guys. We need to continue on this push, and I am going to try my best to hold till below 596.68 is my stop loss, and basically just the 90 EMAs. It's 90 EMAs also there. Go. We're already hitting 10% as well. The market is pushing here pretty solidly. We need more, guys. We need more. We're going to try to shoot for like a 25% gain on this. I'm in 2 contracts. Going to sell one and hold one. Pushing here nicely. We need a nice gain on this one. Market tried to pull back on us a little bit. Contracts are currently at 4%, 5%, but we're going to do our absolute best to try to hold, guys. That's the whole plan here. Now, a lot of stocks are pulling back here a little bit. AMD, Nvidia as well. SPX is still pushing, but we're going to do our absolute best to try our best to hold. Also off the 9 EMA on the 5 minutes, it was pretty solid. 15 minutes needs to climb here. Good buyer volume on the 15 minutes. That's actually very amazing. And we close here in 2 minutes. We are again at 13% profit, just waiting for a nice push, guys. We need a strong push, man. It's looking good, though. I'm not even going to go lie. I'm not even going to lie. Oh, 17%, guys. This shit's going nicely. We're currently at 15% gains right now. Strong push. We're going to close at 20%. At 20%, we're closing. Our first trade of the day put us up real nicely. That's what I'm trying to shoot for, guys. Bigger wins. Let me show you guys my orders, man. $108 entry at 7:30 a.m., 18-minute hold, and sold the contracts at 133 a piece. That's a real nice gain off a single trade. And I took 2 contracts, and they're currently now at 140. I'm not even gonna look back at them because this is all-time highs right here. I just don't know how much all-time highs can keep pushing, but so far that shit is going crazy. And some ES calls too on my futures account, down $42, so I just took a $20 gain, really not that much. And that shit just kept on going, guys. I actually sold it right here at this candle right here, and it's a retesting 9 EMA. It's just following the 9 EMA. That's why I do like watching the 9 EMA because it tends to follow the market. If you're in a nice uptrend, you can just rely on the 9 EMA, and I think will help you. First trade did awesome numbers, and guys, this month, since the 1st of the month, and currently it is the 8th today, I only took 1 trade that put me in a loss as far as calling out in the Discord. If you guys go on my tab on my Discord, in the product tab, you guys will see that only one of my call outs was a loss on Apple. Everything else freaking printed. AMD calls did 45%, even up to 62%, but I held the last one all the way to negative 20%. SPY did awesome, Tesla did awesome, and even today right now on this call right here, SPY also did awesome too. So all of our trades this month so far hit, and the ones that were losses were very small losses, and the gains are a lot bigger. That's what we're trying to shoot for, guys. We're trying to shoot for bigger gains, smaller losses, so that every single time when we take a loss, it's very small, but the wins will always
overpower the losses.
So I'm not going to take any more trades other than Mara, guys. Still Mara is in play right here. It's doing a nice bullish flag. Volume is kicking in once again on the daily time frame, even on lower time frames like the hourly and 30 minutes. Look at this volume, guys. It's pretty strong, to be honest. Nice bullish pennant here, which is a strong pattern for bulls. And look at the 15 minutes, guys. It's constantly pushing up here now. So that's the only trade I'm going to take today.
So I just got a call from my mom's sales tech manager, and he needs a part from a store that's right down the road from me in Renton. So I'm going to go pick up that part in Toyota, and I got to go in early today. So it's totally fine, because if I go in early today, that means I can get out earlier, because I don't have that much stuff to do today other than scanning, just some paperwork, maybe going through her emails and making sure that everything is caught up. But I actually left myself some work so that when I come today, I won't have nothing. So I have a little bit of stuff, but I might be able to leave around like 12 or 1 p.m. So with all that being said, guys, let's head out of here. Time is currently 8:20 a.m. I'm glad that we're gonna step away from the market, because literally market isn't doing anything as we speak right now.
All right, guys, drinking a Prime again, the same one, Ice Pop.
It actually don't taste that bad. It tastes like a Capri Sun, guys. But guys, time is currently 8:38 a.m. and I'm not the only one that made gains today. Guess who also made gains today, guys? Our homie Kev in the Discord also got some nice Tesla calls. He caught that nice break to the upside, and I'll show you guys what he took here as well. So our homie Kev took some nice gain on some Tesla calls here. He broke to the upside, guys. He caught that nice push. Shout out to Kev. Kev's killing it, guys.
That motherfucker nicely, man. That shit ended up pumping super hard. So good shit to Kevin, man. Currently, Wolf is giving out plays in the free chat, guys. He's always doing this, so shout out to him. He's giving you guys free call outs, man. He got into some KO calls. $38 a piece, man, so don't sleep on him. I don't like taking other people's trades, unfortunately, so I don't take people's trades. I gotta see the setup first, but so far it is setting up here nicely. This is what he's looking for, it seems like. So it seems like he's trying to shoot for the 65 price target. Nice little pennant break to the upside. Drive to Renton real quick, only about like 12-minute drive, so it's not that bad, but I gotta go out here and pick up a little part real quick from Renton, so let's go. Here we are at the parts store. Let's go see what they got. Picked up the part. Looks like this shit right here. I literally HOV lane it every day just so I could pass all these slow pokes, man. If I get pulled over, which has been so long, it's kind of worth it paying, I don't know, 200, 300 just to get to work faster, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys wouldn't believe it. They gave us the wrong part, so I gotta drive 40 minutes back. 35-minute drive, 26. I literally just put gas yesterday, guys. I know y'all remember. Half tank already. This is gonna be over 50 miles today. More than that, because I just came from here and I live somewhere in this general area right here. Crazy, man. With all that being said, I'm at least eyeing some AMD shorts here soon. So as soon as we get a nice candle close below this 148.30-ish level, I'm definitely gonna take some puts. Waiting for a retest, and then I'm in, guys. I'm in soon. It's entered some AMD puts. It's retesting on the 5 minutes, the 9 EMA, which is pretty solid. And we're in some for 43 a piece. I'm in 4 of them. And it did come back to retest just a little bit, guys. So it might come up to the 9 EMA on the 15 minutes, but we're gonna shoot for 147. We're eating good off of these. Currently hit 12%. It did pull back a little bit, but that's totally fine. We're gonna shoot for higher time frames, man. And whoever took this call is about to eat with me nicely. We are back again. Timer is currently 10:25, and I'm still in these AMDs, guys. They're pulling up here pretty hard. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm gonna do my best to stick to the plan, retest, and it's still downtrending, guys. So I do like that. We're about to get a close below, and we're still downtrending. So on a 30-minute time frame, it doesn't look bad, guys. It's still just retesting this general area. So hopefully this next 30 minutes after this one closes, we get a strong breakdown. Market is pulling up here pretty hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Look at SPY, guys. SPY is going crazy, man. So it's influencing my AMD for sure. AMD is trying to pull up here with it. I'm still in them. I'm down pretty bad, though. I'll tell you guys that right now. I'm down 50% on it, but I'm still holding because I need to trust the trade plan. Although I'm down bad, it will be like a $30 or $40 loss if I do cut it here. But I need to trust the trade plan, guys. It's just retesting on the higher time frame. Same thing here on the 30 minutes. It's just retesting that area. So I do need to trust it. I need to trust it as best as I can. So I'm still going to hold it probably for like another 30 minutes to an hour, but I did alert the Discord, letting them know if they need to cut for $18 L on a contract, they could definitely exit here because it's probably the best to do that if you are in big. Fat hit off some AMD shorts. Came up to break above the most recent 9 EMA, so I closed it out. I'm down currently $66 on the day. I gave up all the profits that I just made on SPY, as you guys can see, but it is what it is. We got to keep going, keep pushing. The SPY just consistently is pushing up. Same thing with SPX. Everything's just going crazy right now. So I decided to push up my AMD a little bit. I had to sell it, man. Couldn't hold it. All right, guys, time is currently 2:42 p.m. Let's head on home. I would have got out a little bit earlier if I didn't have to drive back to Renton freaking twice. Let's go over how we took an L and how we gave back all the profits in the market by just taking a single
badass trade on AMD. Now, I was shooting for the higher time frames for it to go in my favor, and it actually ended up did. It was a good trade setup, but maybe my entry could have been better. And so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you guys the charts, and we're going to dive right into it. Because I am down $44 on my account, guys. I did try to recover a little bit, as you guys can see. $50 gain and a $94 L.
Sweet home. Now, let's go over the trades that we took today and how we did in the futures market. Get into this recap, guys. I got SPY open. We're going to talk about the first trade alert that I did because I only took 2 trades. I got my orders open for you guys, and we're going to go over the alerts as well and go over it on the charts. So the first trade that I took was a 108 entry at 7:30 a.m. Sold it 18 minutes later at 133. 21% gain on this single trade. And I did alert it to the Discord at 7:30 a.m. exactly. I said the same day expiration, 597 call for $103 in the money. This was in the money at the time, but I got filled at 108. I said follow 9 EMA. This is where I'm learning hindsight my favorite that I needed to follow 9 EMA because I'll show you guys in a second. Stop loss was 596.68, and I said this is all-time high, so be mindful because I actually do not like trading all-time highs. This is all-time highs. Reason why I even have this level, which mind you, the stop loss was here, 596.68, call level. Why is this a call level? This is a call level because you guys can see the most recent reactions here. Every single time we hit this general area, this is a breakout trade. This is all-time highs as well though. If we get a break above here, it's all-time highs, and that's exactly what we did. So with that being said, 7:30 a.m. is this candle right here, 7:30 a.m. Why did I enter here? I'll tell you why. It's very simple. We get a nice candle close above, but then I see this nice big fat ass retracement or a retest on this level here. Now, I did not enter calls there. That probably would have been more ideal break and retest type strategy, but I wanted to make sure we were actually going to hold above. So I waited for another 15-minute candle close above, which is this candle right here. And just to confirm with you guys, so you guys know, look at 7:30 a.m. That is this candle right here. Why I really liked it especially was because of the volume. The volume at 7:30 a.m. is creeping up more for buyers. So I decided to enter here, which is a nice candle close above these most recent candles highs, and I entered calls there. I see a nice 10% here on this candle, but this retracement back down put me -5 to 3% at the time. I love that we had a long wick to the upside, and I decided to sell here on this candle at 7:48. I sell as close as I can to the top of this. Of course, there's no telling what the top was, but I ended up selling here. The next candle ended up putting the contracts over $7 more at 140, but it is what it is. Now, to be very honest, there's no way I would have been able to hold for this type of retracement back down a little bit. I would have thought this is going to be over with, SPY's going to tumble on down. There's no way we're going to hold. But hindsight in my favor, I'm now looking at it and I'm going to take this into next week, guys, because this is how you learn and this is how you get better every single day, every single week, every single time you sit in this chair to try to get better in the market. I'm realizing now that I should have followed my actual initial trade plan. Follow 9 EMA. If I stuck to my original trade plan and just trusted that the 9 EMA would always have my back on a nice uptrend break to the upside, I'm learning now, hindsight in my favor, for next week that I need to follow the 9 EMA when you're trending onto the upside, because I don't believe I would have been able to hold to this because this already put me -3 to 5%. This would have probably put me -3 to 5%, maybe even more again, since it's a nice retracement, and the 9 EMA ended up following perfectly. Now, these contracts ran to 240, so I'm learning and understanding now, hindsight in my favor, that I can follow the 9 EMA. I can spot good trade setups. I just need to do my absolute best to hold for more gains. Now, every single day is a new learning day. An L really just means a lesson. So when you take an L, it's really a lesson. And this lesson here, even though this was not an L, it was a 21% gain, $50 gain to be exact. This put me up $50, and here's a screenshot. But I'm learning that I need to learn to hold with the 9 EMA and follow upwards trend. If you get a candle close below 9 EMA, then yes, you can sell. But look at this, it held perfectly. So that was the first trade call out, and it did not do bad if I follow my trade plan and learn to hold with 9 EMA. But I'm learning every single day. Next week, I need to learn that I can hold with the 9 EMA and I'll be safe. I will be safe and I will not lose money. Matter of fact, I will gain so much more money on my contracts and they can easily flip to 100% gain. But it's all-time highs. So you just never know how long market's gonna hold all-time highs and keep pushing. Now, with that being said, that was a good trade. But the next trade on AMD took all my gains. And that is totally my fault. Bad risk management on my end. As you guys can see, I bought 4 contracts for $43. That's not a bad thing. It was a good setup actually. But let's talk about it because it could have been a better entry. Hindsight in my favor, of course. I got in at 10:15 a.m. and sold an hour and 15 minutes later. Now, this actually was not a bad trade setup, to be honest, to be very honest. What the lesson was here was I need to be patient and wait for a solid entry. You see, the break and retest would have been a better strategy here for both trades to be very honest. But lately, I've been taking very aggressive setups, which is totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. I just have to be able to learn that they're going to pull back here quite massively sometimes. Now, the reason why I've been taking aggressive entries is because I've noticed, same thing with Google yesterday, you guys saw Google straight took off without me, no retest. So I've been telling myself I'm gonna take aggressive entries instead of the break and retest strategy, which has been paying me a lot more as far as the break and retest strategy. This was a perfect break and retest strategy. And before we get into that, because hindsight in my favor, of course, it would have been a better setup. But the reason why I even took this trade in the first place was because of this, guys. Decent head and shoulders here. Candle gets broken down massively, and this candle closes below all the most recent candles and wicks. 9 EMAs trending downwards. It's above the candles. It's above the price action, so it's downtrending. Let's go on a 15-minute time frame because it's a 30. So I entered at 10:15 a.m. As you guys see here, 10:15 a.m. bought 4 contracts. This is 10:15 a.m. and here you guys go. So you guys see I'm being transparent with you guys. That is 10:15 a.m. I entered on this candle here. Now, what I am learning and noticing is that it didn't come to retest the 9 EMA at all. Now, I did say in the Discord chat, and maybe I'll pull it up here, Wolf answered a little bit earlier than me because I said fat breakdown, gonna get in on a retest, gonna enter on a retest. If we get one, might just push down hard. So what I'm learning here is not only did I not enter on an actual retest because I just saw this candle here thinking and believing that it was going to continue on down since we got a nice break. Now, this was not a bad setup at all. The entry was horrible. A retest is more likely as close as you can get to this level right here, this Fibonacci retracement, and on top of that, as close as you can get to the 9 EMA. Now, this is a 15-minute time frame. A retest on the 9 EMA would have been better, but even then, I probably would have closed on this candle, and I did close on this candle. Matter of fact, I closed on the candle after, not even at the very bottom either. I closed because I thought we were going to push up here, and I'll show you guys here the transparency. I closed at 11:30 a.m., an hour and 15 minutes later. And this candle right here is 11:30 a.m., as you guys can see. I didn't close on this candle right here, which is 11:15. Closed it at 11:30 a.m. Reason why I decided to close it is because this candle right here broke out on the 9 EMA, as you guys can see. It's closing above the 9 EMA. So I expected us to continue on up to the upside. So after I saw this candle open here, I thought I was gonna climb. So I decided to exit for a badass exit, man. Then $43 contracts turned into $14 contracts. Over $100 L, which put me at -66 at the time, as you guys can see here. Now, I decided to re-enter with a better entry, 2 more contracts. 20 minutes later, I entered at $18 and it ran to $29. So I entered at $18 at 11:52 a.m. and sold 4 minutes later for $29 and exit. Now, that was a better entry for a nice breakdown to the downside, which recovered me just a little bit of $44 in here. I'll show you guys too as well. You see, I'm only up down $44 on the day, unfortunately, which is fine. I'm trying to learn to hold, but I'm just realizing, hindsight in my favor, after I'm looking over the charts, I'm realizing that an actual break and retest strategy was the play here. It would have been tough to hold on this candle here, thinking that we're not going to. But if I had a better entry here, potentially I would not be down as bad as I was. I was down already here, -40 to 50% down. Now, I usually do not hold trades that much, but I was doing my absolute best to hold for the higher time frame setup and follow and trust my trade plan. Now, the moment you get a nice breakdown here, my contracts actually came back to positive, but I was already out way up here. So I decided to enter one more for a cheap just to quickly recover, and that was a better setup. So guys, sorry if anybody took my call outs as far as today, because both call outs, first one did good. So if you took the first one, you did good. But if you took the second one, you would have lost everything with me as well, because this was a good trade. 21%, 131 a contract, really it was 133. Then this AMD one, I sold it all the way down at $14 loss. I said, if you need to get out for $18 L a contract, you can exit now, but I'm gonna hold. And that was 30 minutes before I actually initially sold. Guys, I'm realizing now, it was not a bad setup, but it's just the fact that my entry was horrible. I didn't wait patiently for an actual retest. I decided just to get in because I did not want to miss out on the play potential. It was a good setup because we get a nice candle close below, but unfortunately, now while all that was happening, SPY was also climbing. As you guys see here, 10:30 a.m. all the way to 11, SPY was consistently climbing to the upside. That also affected my contracts, unfortunately. So with all that being said, next week when I come back into the market, I'm going to do my absolute best again. Every single week, we're going to keep trying to do this until we collect a $100 to $50 to $200 gain on a single trade, because I need to learn to hold and trust my trade plan. Now, the first trade plan was perfect, but what I learned on it, even though it was a good exit of 21%, I still need to do my best to hold and trust the trade plan and hold the 9 EMA. I'm not going to show you guys and be like, oh man, look at what they did hit. Look at what they could have been.
It was a great exit. It could be better. It could be much better. I need to be able to trust the trade plan and hold all the way through with the 9 EMA, because those contracts would have put me well over the loss that I took on AMD, which is the whole goal. Your first trade should never be eaten up by your second trade. And unfortunately, my risk management today was horrible on the AMD trade. So I do apologize to anybody that did take that one with me. Hopefully nobody did. Hopefully people only took the first one. Of course, that's just me dreaming. But like I said in yesterday's video, I can afford these losses. It's not going to hurt me that bad. A $44 loss isn't that bad. An $88 to $100 to $150 L is horrible. Not in a bad way financially, but just shows me that I have bad risk management. The whole idea of all this is the fact that I need to capture a massive gain on a single trade, so where even if I took an L on the second trade, I'll still be up massively. So next week, guys, is going to be a better week as far as price action. There's not going to be heavy news. FOMC was this week. President election was last week. So this coming week, guys, we need to do our absolute best. Even if I enter a trade and I'm up 20%, maybe scale out 1 to 2 contracts or 1, but I need to do my absolute best to hold on the 9 EMA and let it follow through, because guys, it can pay you so much money. So time is currently 4:18 p.m. I'm gonna work on this vlog. It's probably gonna take me a couple hours to like 6:30, 7 p.m. per usual, but I hope you guys been enjoying these vlogs, and I appreciate everybody that watches all the way through. Trust me, people in the Discord are telling me that they did watch all the way through, and I really appreciate that. And I hope you guys can learn from my mistakes, because the second trade on AMD was a mistake on my end. Horrible entry, but I still try to do my best to hold the price target. The issue is from my mentors, when they say this, and it hits me all the time, they say, be patient with your winners and impatient with your losers. I was very patient with my loser. I need to flip that around. I need to be more patient with my winners and be less patient with my losers. So this week coming up, mark my words, I'm gonna capture a solid trade, one that pays me at least $80 to $150 on a single trade, and tell you guys that I left a runner and that runner ran numbers. Every single day, we gotta get better on something. Most people just come up and sit down in a chair and start trading and don't have any plan or idea or way to get better. They don't care to get better. They just take trades. I'm trying to limit my trades and make sure every single trade that I do take, I can maximize as much as I can. Now, I thought I did good on that first SPY trade. Hindsight in my favor, I'm realizing there's more to do. 21% just isn't enough. It can be with the right amount of capital, because that SPY call was only a $218 entry and I made $50, which is very good. That second trade was a $170 entry and I lost major, basically, $100 L on that trade. Even more, I think it was 110. To put me down $66 on the day at the moment. Now I'm down $44, which is totally fine, but we need to get better, guys. So next week, I'm gonna do my absolute best to call out some fire trades and hold as best as I can with the 9 EMA. So hope you guys been enjoying these vlogs. I hope you guys been enjoying these videos. Let me know, give me some feedback on what you guys believe could be done better. And let's continue on with our life. It's Friday. Enjoy your guys' self. I'm going to go over a long format video over the weekend, so hopefully I finish it by then. If not, it'll be probably posted next week. Much love to you guys. Much love to all my traders out there. Let's keep hustling. Let's keep grinding. Let's run up these numbers.
Almost forgot to go over my futures account. Now this week I ended up in profits, 134 this week, but I took two wins, 3 losses. Now this is what I would love for my option trading account to be like, as far as big wins, small L's. This is what I'm trying to shoot for. Friday, unfortunately, I did take a $51 loss, which is today, 5 trades. I took some trades last night as well as this morning, and then we'll go over that in a second. But I am up 134 this week. Unfortunately, I did give back some profits, because you guys saw I was up at least 506. Now I'm up only 454. So basically I took a $50 loss. Maybe even a little bit more. Let's just call it 60. Now, the trades that I kept trying to take, I kept trying to follow the momentum to the upside, but the pullbacks, guys, is what gets me. Every single time there's a medium pullback, I end up getting wrecked. Now, I entered calls many times, to be honest. I even entered calls here, but these pullbacks, man, they just wreck me. And then I entered calls again, as you guys saw not that long ago, which was right here. But then pullbacks, guys, them pullbacks get me every single time. So I got wrecked today pretty bad. As you guys saw today, $50 loss on my futures account, 134 up this week, but it could be better too, guys. So next week as well, we're gonna try to do better. So this month isn't going so bad. Last month was pretty good in October, but this month we don't want to see this many reds.
So I almost forgot to add that little part in. I don't want you guys to think I'm not being transparent. I want to be very transparent with you guys and let you guys know how it is to be a day trader, how it is to try to improve every single day, because guys, every single day we're trying to improve as best as we can. Every single day that goes by, there's not a single day where I tell myself, how can I get better today? What can I do that's gonna drive me for more success, as far as not only in the trading game, the option game, the futures game, Doesn't matter what it is. Whether I go to the gym, I need to figure out how I can either lose weight more quicker, and we're not all the same. Many people handle risk a little bit different. I no longer have FOMO, fear, or greed. It's just the fact that I think 21% is good. It's not good. It could be better. So now I'm telling myself, I'm tweaking every single day. Tweaking myself every single day. Next week, 21% is good, but it could be better. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and let's catch you guys on the next one.